Chapter 930. He was just an aura-level cultivator, not to mention that he ruined his body with hedonistic desires. Where would he find the courage to go up against Trevor? The most important thing at that moment was to make sure his family was safe. No one knew if Trevor would kill off all of Styles' family just because of his defeat. Wilbur looked at Mason for a moment before saying, "Just wire the money to Christopher." "Yes, sir," Mason replied fearfully. Wilbur said calmly, "Don't worry. I'm not a despicable person like your father. I will not kill your family. You may go." "Thank you, sir." Mason was not at all sad, but he was also relieved. He bowed and left. As for the 10 billion, he would contact Christopher separately. Wilbur sighed and said, "You can go too. I'm about to leave as well." "Sir, once the money arrives, I'll wire it to you," Christopher said. Wilbur nodded and said, "Find those hostages and contact the people from South Market. Get them to take them back. Also, let Damon's son go." "Yes, sir." Wilbur waved his hand to get Christopher to leave. Christopher bowed and left. The expression on his face when he left Wilbur's room was indescribable. Wilbur had taken his phone out to book himself a flight ticket, but the closest flight was the following morning. He still had to wait. Running through everything that had happened the last few days, he sighed and started meditating. Truth be told, Wilbur felt that the realm demon was an existence from beyond this world. Since Styles was too angry and unwilling to tell him about it, he could not be bothered to look into it. It was not in line with his character to make things difficult for a person who was about to die, and neither was it to hold grudges. Styles' death had to do with himself too. If he had not wanted to kill Wilbur off so badly, he would not have died depleting his life force. Wilbur tried to cast all of those thoughts out of his mind and began to meditate. At that moment, Samson was pacing back and forth anxiously in his office. Tiff Kirk. What was he going to do with her? Kill her. If this incident was exposed, he would be dead. She was the woman who stayed a long time in Wilbur's room. Who would dare say that they had no relationship? What if he spared her? If Tiff got out, Wilbur would surely hear about it. By then, he would still be dead. He thought for a while, then slapped himself hard across the face before yelling, "Sharon!" A moment later, Sharon entered and asked, "What is it, Mr. Honard?" She had always been dealing with the casino. She did not know what had happened outside. "Release Tiff Kirk immediately and bring her to my office," Samson said apprehensively. Sharon was confused. "Why?" "Styles Dune has been defeated. Wilbur Penn is Trevor Penn. If anything were to happen to Tiff, you and I are both doomed." Sharon was dumbstruck when she heard what Samson said. She looked at him in a daze for a long time, unable to believe her ears. "What are you still standing there for? Go!" Samson barked. Sharon shuddered. She asked in hesitation, "If she gets released, we'll still be dead meat, right?" Samson was stunned. He looked at Sharon and asked, "What are you trying to say?"
Thanks for your support. I appreciate the likes and comments. I'll see you guys next time.